Welcome to today's conversation. Today I'm talking to Jon, who is a past client of mine, the legend that finished my program, the 5% coaching program, nearly 12 months ago. Hi, Jon. Just introduce yourself to everybody for us, and we'll just get into a few questions.
Oh,
As we
yeah.
progress.
Thanks, Dave. My name's John Burdekin. I started work with you. It must have been about 15 months ago. We've known each other a while through local networking stuff, and I just thought back whenever it was, I don't know, it must have been January 2022, probably, maybe March
Something like that,
2022,
yeah.
something like that. I just decided it was time to do something about the fact that I was too overweight. I was nearing retirement, and I wanted to be fit for my retirement, and the story went from there, really.
Absolutely. I know when you joined the program, it's called the 5% program for those that don't know. It was very much that. You wanted to get fit for retirement. You didn't like the path you were on.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you wanted to get back into that black shirt of yours, your favourite black shirt for your holiday in Kefalonia.
Correct.
So the burning question is, obviously I know the answer, but for everyone else, when you finished the 12-week program, did you achieve what you wanted to achieve, and did you get back into that black shirt of yours?
Yes, and yes, I did. It's a very unforgiving shirt. Actually, it's a Paul Smith shirt. If I put on 4 or 5 pounds, I can't get into it. So it's my one gauge, if you like. I mean, I can look in the mirror like anybody else can and think, "Hey, yeah, okay, look a bit. I look like I weigh a bit less." But that is my one gauge to say if I'm fitting into that shirt, I'm at the weight I want to be. And I could probably take a few more pounds off, but you know what? I'm happy with what I've done because I can get into that shirt. So yes, I did. I think I wanted to get down to 16 stone, which sounds a lot, but I'm a big guy and I'm comfortable with 16 stone. And I got to 16 stone when we went to Kefalonia this time last year. We're going to Kefalonia again on Saturday, and the black shirt is packed. And I am actually 3 pounds lighter today than I was when I finished with you.
Fantastic, mate. It's absolutely music to my ears to understand that the strategies and everything that we implemented all that time ago is still working for you right to present day. If not, you have more weight off than when we first met, and getting the balance right. And that's what it's all about, finding the right balance for you that fits in your lifestyle. Somebody that holidays monthly now. We just had a conversation before this kicks off. I mean, talk about semi-retirement. That's just really taking a mick, but fair play to you, mate. Just so give people a bit of an understanding of where you were before you kind of started. What kicked it off for you wanting to make a change?
It was you notice the weight creeping on, and another pound goes on, and you think, I don't really like that. And I wasn't really weighing myself, but I recognised that I was getting fat, if you like, and fatter, and to a point where it just wasn't right. And there were a couple of instances actually 3 instances where I thought, no, I'm approaching semi-retirement. I want to be fit for semi-retirement. I don't want to be the one falling over dead from being unfit, effectively. So it was a massive wake-up call. The first one was a skiing holiday I went on with my mates just before I started with you. And I saw a picture of myself on that skiing holiday. I remembered I couldn't fit into some of my skiing clothes, which was embarrassing, frankly. I remember finishing the first day skiing, and I was absolutely knackered through being completely unfit. I was with a bunch of mates of mine, all in our 50s. In fact, a couple of them in the 60s who've had major heart bypass surgery, and they were less out of breath than I was. I was quite frankly ashamed of myself. And I just thought, hang on a minute, that's not good enough. I'd also had, if you remember, I had a quite serious illness January last year where I got admitted to hospital with some internal bleeding. Yeah. And I thought it wasn't really related to weight, but it gave me the wake-up call that I want to be fit and healthy in every way I can be. All of that put together put me to you and said, right, Dave, now's the time. So it kind of brought everything to a head to say, yes, I could probably do this by myself, but the reality is I haven't. So I just needed to give myself a stern talking to say, right, I've got to do something about this. And actually, I knew what you did. I knew how successful you'd been. I thought, right, I'm going to work with Dave to finally get this weight off for good, properly. And that's when we started.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And obviously, you've done the coaching program. You've done the course, 12 weeks together. Yep. How did you find it? Just a quick summary.
It was very, very straightforward because I didn't actually give up anything. I didn't really radically change what I ate. There were some tweaks that we worked on. So you knew that I didn't like salad. So in our program of however long it was, 12 weeks, I wasn't eating stuff I just hate. So I don't like salad, so I didn't eat any of it. I do like an occasional takeaway. We have an occasional pizza night at home, and it was all about factoring all of that in. So I didn't deny myself what I wanted. If I wanted a drink, I had a drink, but I had to earn it. And that wasn't you telling me to do that. It was me telling myself, so that I was accountable to you. Because there was no way I was ever coming back to you. I think it was a Monday we had our check-ins, wasn't it? Monday morning?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
There was no way I was ever coming back to you on a Monday morning saying, sorry, Dave, I've put weight on, but what could I do? I had a curry. If I wanted a curry, I had a curry. But I made sure that I put the exercise in to earn the right to have the curry, whether it was curry, few beers, barbecue, holiday, whatever. I didn't deny myself any of those things, but I made sure that I factored it in to say, fine, I'll do what I like, but I will get back on the exercise the next day or get hard on the exercise the day before. And I've done the same. You know, we had a Chinese a couple of weekends ago. I put 3 pounds on. And I thought, right, that's got to go.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing the same things. I'm still not denying myself anything, but I'm not having 5 Chinese a week. Obviously, you know, they're just an occasional treat. And then I get back on. I get back on the weight loss.
Yeah, no, fantastic. So, can you remember what you lost in the 12 weeks? Was it 24 pounds?
No, 27 possibly. I think I was 17 7, and I think I got down. I think I got down to 16 or just under. So maybe 26, 27 pounds, something like that.
Yeah. I had 20 something in my head, 27 pounds. That's amazing achievement.
Yeah.
And to hear that a year later, you know, 3 pounds lighter than that shows that you've more than maintained where you were. In fact, you're still very much focused. So how's the last 12 months kind of been for you?
Fine. What in terms of my weight? I mean, there have been a couple of instances where I've actually let it slip a little bit, not got back to 17.7 or anywhere near, but I think I got myself up to 16.6 or 16.7, and just through being lazy and not following processes, and you kind of get to a stage where you think, no, hang on a minute, I put a lot of work into getting to 16 stone. I'm not going to throw it all away. So instead of letting it drift back up to 17 to 17 and a half to 17.7. It was like the wake-up call was 16.6 or 16.7 to say, no, this isn't right. I wanted to be fit for retirement. I still want to be fit for retirement. I want to be fit for every holiday I go on. And if I want that, I've got to get back on I've got to get tough with myself. And that's when, you know, you kind of just say, right, okay, so you cut out the biscuits, you start the exercise again because you start to slip a little bit. But the bit that I've been happiest with in the last 12 months is, you have given me the tools, if you like, so that I'm self-sufficient on it. I don't need to come back to Dave, if you like. You'd love me to, and pay another session. But it's more about me being self-sufficient to say, when I needed to get weight back off a little bit, 4 or 5 pounds or whatever, I had the tools to do it, and used the tools. So back to the principles that you gave me, and also recognizing that it doesn't go anywhere. You've kind of got to have this calorie deficit, and it's as simple as that. So if I'm going to have a calorie deficit, I've got to go out and do some exercise and control what I eat, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, working with you during those 12 weeks, it's, for me, everybody that I work with is an individual journey, and it's finding the right strategies and implementing the right things that work for you, that's going to give you the result that you're looking for. So the whole point of it is set up so you don't need me anymore. You've got the tools, you've got the strategy that works for you, and then it's just a little bit of discipline / motivation to keep it off and keep working towards it. Which, by the sounds of it, you've had a bit of a journey since finishing the program, but still you're sat here today, a year later, 3 pounds lighter than when you finished the program initially, which is correct. Kind of proves the point.
And actually, whether you think you are or not, you are still an accountability partner for me. Because there was no way I was coming on this call if I was going to be 16. I mean, I was losing the weight anyway, but it's like, there's no way. If I bump into Dave and Dave sees me and I'm 16 and a half stone, I'm not happy with that. So actually, even without you knowing it, without us having this ongoing relationship, I'm still accountable to you, which is, I'm accountable to myself as well.
Yes, of course.
So I can't escape you, Dave. You're in my head.
Well, that's part of the coaching process. I mean, we spoke for an hour every week, and we spoke about the week before and set some aims and this, that, and the other. But I quite often say that I'm literally sat on your shoulder. It's the way we kind of coach, just like questioning you. Is that good for you? Is that the right thing to do? This, that, and the other. And that's how coaching works. We are very much in your head, and that's the point.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw a picture. You are there. You are. You know, I think you always will, because if you saw a picture of me on Facebook or LinkedIn, and I think you're connected with me on both,
yes,
and you saw me, and I was the size I was on that skiing holiday, you'd probably be wanting to have a word with me, saying, "John, what's going on? What's happened? You've let yourself
we'd have a conversation."
And exactly, and you'd be right. Yes, I've got the tools to do it myself because you've given me the tools. But one of those tools is accountability, and I'm accountable to myself. I'm accountable to my, wife and kids as well, because I want to be the fittest version of myself for them. But there's just a little bit of it. I'm still accountable to you.
Brilliant.
Even without the weekly catch-ups, I'm still, I'm not. You're not going to see me at 17 stone. That's just not going to happen.
Love it. No way. Absolutely no way. And there's no reason why you should either. So fair play to you, mate. And I love catching up with you for this and hearing how I've done since the program, and it brought lots of things back to my mind during the program as well. I think you went on holiday a few times during the 12 weeks as well, which is just
5 times. Well, 5 times.
5 times. And still achieved amazing results. And that's the point. It's not about giving up life as you know. It's about making it work for you and finding the right balance. And that's the point of the coaching program, working with you to achieve that balance for you and with you, so you can continue it on outside of the program, which is just amazing. If, say, somebody that's watching this video is sat on the fence about joining the program, what would you say to them?
I'd ask them how successful they've been at losing weight on their own, and ask them to be very, very honest with themselves. And if they can look themselves in the mirror and say, "That's all right, I don't need any help," fine. I'd then probably ask them, say, "So why are you still fat?" Brutally, why are you still overweight? Because if you're not doing it yourself, maybe you need someone to work with you on it, and you may not have the tools to do it, whether it's the nutrition advice, whether it's the exercise advice, whether it's the backing and support, or just the accountability. Something must be missing. If you're looking in the mirror and you're not happy with the way you look, what have you done about it? And if you haven't done anything about it, why not? And if there's something holding you back, maybe that's the time to have a word with somebody who can really back you and support you. It worked for me.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you very much. And is still working for me.
Yeah, a year later. Love it, man. Love it. Absolutely. So then, guys, I'm going to call an end to the video. If you want to learn more about the 5% coaching video, there will be a link in the comments below this video. Thank you very much, John. And catch you all soon, guys.